Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have a county deputy seriously injured in a crash in Hastings, a new private school proposed for Ponte Vedra, work advances in the Silverleaf Sports Complex with permits, and Governor DeSantis announces proposal to increase transparency in Congress stock trading. We'll see if that works.
Yeah.
We'll get to all that and more, but first, I want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy Houses, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right, good morning.
Hey, happy Friday.
It's the weekend.
It's the
We
weekend.
made it. So happy. I got a busy day today, though. Got lots of appointments, lots of extra side gigs. Busy day.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And next weekend, you're busy, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is this Spirit Fingers and this is Jazz Hands, right?
Yes.
Spirit.
You got it.
Oh, okay.
Nailed
All
it.
right. All right.
100%.
It's that kind of day.
It's that
It's a Spirit Fingers, Jazz Hands kind of day.
Is it because you're that happy, or is it because you're faking it until you make it?
What? Did I have what?
Are you just that happy, or are you faking it until you make it?
Faking it till you make it. Oh, okay. You don't really want to know what I thought you said.
Oh, dude. All right.
I'm happy.
I did
I'm
that
happy it's the weekend.
40-year-old thing last night where I went to bed feeling okay, and I woke up with a crick in my neck.
Oh, the old crick in the neck.
And I got a busy day. I don't have time for
The
that.
old crick in the neck.
I keep trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
Not working.
Yeah. I wake up a lot with a crick in my neck.
It's so annoying.
But I try and do stretches before I actually get up, you know, and it does help me.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you do the old Benjamin Franklin stretch naked in front of a window that's open?
No, I do not do that.
Called it an air bath.
I'm usually squeezing my knees to my chest, kind of stretching across, and I got bad shoulders, so I kind of have to stretch out my shoulders.
Oh, those old baseball days.
Yeah. I landed wrong too many times.
Yeah. It's not throwing the ball, it's landing.
It was more landing for me,
Okay.
like diving for balls and contorting my body in ways that you're not supposed to do that as a human. So,
good.
my right shoulder's probably from throwing, but my left shoulder's from diving and doing stuff like that.
Right on.
So,
That's annoying.
yeah. So
How did you sleep, Blake?
we're old.
100%. Blake, how'd you sleep? You doing good?
I'm doing all right back
You
here.
little limber, spry, young? How's that youth for you?
Yeah.
I'm moving all right.
Yeah.
There. That was visual proof.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we stayed up a little late last night to watch the game.
Okay.
It was an incredible game.
Yeah.
Even though my Miami Hurricanes tried to lose the game multiple times, they still pulled out the victory.
Just checking your blood pressure.
And the ACC is still strong, Bobby. So, we're waiting for those Big Ten opponents to come and play against us. So,
Are you a conference guy or just a Miami guy?
I'm mostly a Miami guy. Miami used to be in the Big East. And when they went to the ACC, I became an ACC guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also meant you have to root for. Does also mean like because you're in the ACC, you have to root for Florida State if they're in the national championship?
Florida State's my second favorite team. People think Miami fans, we really don't have hatred towards a lot of other teams. Certain people do, but Florida State's my second favorite team, and Florida's my third favorite team.
You're just a Florida guy.
I root for Florida before I root for I hate to say it, but I mean I would root for Florida against another ACC team. I would root for Florida State against Florida, but that's my order. My order is Miami, Florida State, Florida.
All right.
So definitely a Florida guy.
That's why you and Mike are able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the conference thing. Clemson's in the ACC, and we'd be playing someone that my good friends would hate, and they would be completely out of it. And I'd be like, all right, so you're going to root for Clemson? Because I'll root for the Gators, or I'll root for whoever for them when I'm out. And they look at me and be like, oh, I can't root for the ACC. I'm like, get out.
That's mostly an SEC thing.
You're rude.
Big Ten and SEC,
SEC.
they think they're just the dog's bollocks, and they're just not. So
We definitely went different ways.
yeah, the bee's knees.
All right, but I did ask that since they are technically an affiliate member, do you root for Notre Dame?
Very rarely. Very rarely. Like I said, I'm more of a Miami, Florida State, Florida. And outside of that, the teams I just can't stand. The only time I root for Notre Dame is if they're playing Ohio State. So
What's the deal with Ohio State?
yeah, they cost us a national championship, and I'm still better. Penn State did too. So mostly anybody in the Big Ten I don't like.
Penn State kind of murdered their own team, or
Yeah.
at least their own legacy.
Yeah.
Whoops.
One coach did that. So.
Yeah.
So, I think Bobby said, "Hush your mouth about Florida." Sorry, Bobby. A lot of kids I coached went there, so I kind of have a little bit of attachment. And if I go to the hospital, I want University of Florida to be really good.
I'm way more. So FSU and Clemson has history. So, and I was a Clemson fan in the Panhandle. So I've been treated badly by lots of FSU fans for no reason. Like I was just existing, and maybe there was a tiger paw somewhere, but I wasn't like being obnoxious, and I've been treated very badly for no reason at all by FSU fans. But then as, graduate high school, people go to college. All the people that I liked that went to college in Florida went to UF. And all the people I did not have a good time with went to FSU. A certain former congressperson, I believe, was at FSU. But so, yeah, most of the people that I liked went to UF. So I was like, well, that makes sense.
Well,
So I tend more UF than FSU.
well, the beauty is there's only going to be 2 teams left after today, and Miami's going to be one of them.
Woohoo.
So, and they were questionable whether or not they should have even made it into the playoffs, and I guess they kind of showed them that they were the right selection.
I'll show you.
Hold my beer. All right, I think we need question of the day.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
can do
question of the day is what food did you eat in the cafeteria, like at school, that you can't eat anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought most of my lunches. That like flat rectangular pizza. I mean, it was for a moment, and that moment's past. I can't do that. But I pretty much brought about the same lunch from like first grade to
peanut butter and jelly?
graduation. Nope.
What'd you bring?
I brought Chef Boyardee mini ravioli in a little thermos.
Gosh, you're such a nerd. You were that kid. You were that kid.
Yes.
Oh.
And I either had, because my mom insisted I had protein, so I either had bologna or a little handful of pepperonis in a Ziploc bag.
You know how they do those?
3 Oreos.
Say you're this without saying you're this.
Yeah.
Say you're a nerd without saying. Bring ravioli in a thermos.
I did. 100%. Yeah. Little red thermos.
Yeah.
It was a plastic
So
thermos.
you're going with
Does
the
that help?
pizza. You're going with the pizza.
Yeah, that's the cafeteria food that I'm over. The brownies were really good though, and I would still eat one of those.
Blake, what do you got?
That's a good selection. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say, even though I do like milk, if it comes in a cardboard container anymore, I'm just not gonna do it. It's bad memories of that.
Yeah.
Not
No Kraft mac and cheese.
No. No. I'm saying like the cardboard milk, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah,
No more like carton beverages.
TG Lee.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Kelly says she was not allowed Chef Boyardee.
I shouldn't have been. It
Yeah.
was not good for
It
me.
doesn't. Yeah.
Occasionally, I'd mix it up with a little SpaghettiOs.
Have you no? Just like curiosity, have you ever listened? No, hold on. Have you ever listened to like the original Chef Boyardee commercials?
Yeah, I lived it.
Yeah. Because in the old commercial.
What are we talking about? Wasn't there only one time period with Chef Boyardee commercials?
Yeah,
Go for
but
it.
because a lot of people get his name wrong because in the commercials he actually says because he actually says Chef Boyardee.
Boyardee.
And he was a real person.
Yeah.
You know, like Aunt Jemima was a creative person. Uncle Ben was a creative person. But
Yeah, they were characters.
yeah, they were characters. But Chef Boyardee was a real person. So
All
he was
right.
he was actually the chef.
See, I was having chef food.
Yeah, and none of his food tastes like chef's. All right, so mine is, and I don't know if they still do this, but on Fridays at the cafeteria, you got the square fish. And nothing, I can't eat square fish. And I'll tell you this, I love a good fish sandwich. Culver's has a very good fish sandwich, by the way. I love a really good fish sandwich, but if I look at it and it's square,
Not doing
like
it.
what they do at some of the other
McDonald's.
fast food, like McDonald's has a square
Filet-O-fish.
Yeah, I can't eat it. I can't eat it. I think it just takes me back to George Marks Elementary.
That's funny.
Yeah, and there's not enough tartar sauce that can make it taste good.
I think I tried Sloppy Joe's at a cafeteria. And that was a one-time thing and was like, yep, definitely bringing my lunch.
Yeah,
Not doing that anymore.
yeah,
But I gave that up as a child.
yeah. I used to crush some sandwiches.
Yeah.
So, you know, sloppy joes, and because it was just so easy, throw it on a bun, and
Yeah.
yeah, I used to crush some sandwiches.
It was more of a the rice-a-roni, pasta-roni. I would do the Italian shells with beef.
Oh, like the hamburger helper.
Yeah,
type.
hamburger helper. I was more
Okay.
that over the manwich. So I
Gotcha.
was gonna do like a thing from a box, a saucy meat from a box. I was gonna do the Italian shells.
We'll still every once in a while do the Alfredo from a box.
Oh,
All right, but square fish is mine.
you're out.
I'm if you go, what's the catch of the day, and they say square fish, I'm out.
What if it's like the best cut of tuna or whatever? Is it like square fried fish?
It's
Can you not have-
fried. I mean,
Okay,
like
all right.
you know, salmon comes in a lot of a square cuts.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's the fried,
fried.
you know, on the bun that's like,
Okay.
you know, too
Right on.
too big for the square. You know,
Yeah. All right.
so
Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
it's nice.
All right. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Ben 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Ben 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's a perfect spot for romantic date night or relaxing after work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music throughout the week. Open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Ben 39, your taste to discover. It's good even when my brain blue screens. I heard it on good authority that Barbara Jean's going to be at Ben 39 on Sunday.
Woohoo!
Want to go hang out with her? All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
Traffic.
There it is.
It's very trafficy sometimes.
I mean, it's pretty light right now.
Yeah, for right now. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Loading.
Oh, it's buffering. Oh,
They're
no.
onto us. They know we're watching.
The Matrix.
Oh, no.
Everybody's
That crash
they're not moving.
Hit the Blake's traffic report
95.
is brought to you by Old Town Trolleys. They paid the bill, but FDOT didn't. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with full fare guests through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, moving into the news. St. Johns County deputy seriously injured in a crash in Hastings, sheriff's office says. A St. Johns County deputy was hospitalized Thursday morning after being seriously injured in a crash on County Road 13 South near Hub Bailey Road in Hastings, according to St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. In a Facebook post, the sheriff's office said the deputy, who the agency did not name out of respect to the family, was involved in a single vehicle crash. The crash reportedly happened just after 2 a.m. The events that led up to it have not been determined, SJSO said. According to the sheriff's office post, the deputy suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to Halifax Medical Center in Daytona Beach. So that is a very scary picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah.
I hope that this deputy is healing well. I hope we figure out what's going on and everything goes well.
Yeah.
Sorry for the crack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. The one thing that I'm hoping wasn't a factor is the distraction.
Yeah.
And law enforcement, they have so many different things going on in their car. I'm surprised there's not more accidents.
Yeah.
So
2 a.m. My first thought is tired, but I mean, at that point, you also get like damp roads from dew, and there was a little bit of wet weather overnight this week. So I don't know. I hope they're doing okay.
Yep.
Brand new 82,500 square foot private school proposed for St. Johns County. A growing church in Ponte Vedra is partnering with a school development group to bring a new private school to Palm Valley Road. St. Francis in the Field Episcopal Church has submitted plans to build a K-8 private school on its 45-acre campus at 895 Palm Valley Road. The proposal outlines the creation of the Episcopal School of Ponte Vedra, featuring a two-story academic building totaling more than 82,000 square feet. The school would serve students from kindergarten through 8th grade and includes plans for a future 5,000 square foot expansion to accommodate growth. In addition to classroom space, the site plan includes a track and athletic field, along with parking and other supporting infrastructure. About 11 acres of the church's property would be used for the school, which would be built behind the existing church facilities. The current campus already includes a church building and a preschool. County review committees will evaluate the proposal for zoning compliance, environmental impact, transportation considerations, and overall site compatibility before deciding whether the project can move forward. St. Francis in the Field has deep roots in the area dating back to the late 1980s. The church was founded on a wooden property with a vision of serving a growing community, anticipating future residential development in what was once a largely rural part of Ponte Vedra. If approved, the project would mark a significant expansion of educational offerings in the Palm Valley area. So St. Francis in the Field, I know just being in the Episcopal Church community, they do a fish fry every year. That's really good.
it's not square fish.
It's not square fish. It's fresh caught fish in naturalistic shapes and sizes. But they do an excellent fish fry every year. Episcopal private schools were something that were known for a long, long time as being a benchmark for good private education. So if it holds to that standard, that would be fantastic, because the closest thing we have to that, especially if they go into the high school levels, the closest thing we have to a good Episcopal school in this area is up in Jacksonville. So if you're looking for religious private education, that could be a good option. So early stages.
Early stages.
Yeah.
So, I hope they get through where they need to get through and are successful in educating great young minds.
We love that. We love educating great young minds and not so great young minds. Yes. Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. We've got Gate at Mizell Road at $2.56. Good grief. Got Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $2.61. Circle K on 207 at $2.68. Sunoco on South Ponce at $2.68. Owens on South Ponce at $2.68. Shell at 146 King Street at $2.76. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard at 276. Shell at North Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at 277. Gate at US 1 North is 279. Circle K on US 1 North is also 279. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just hope when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
Toot.
Got live music today. Vegas Grace starts out our list at Funkadelic Food Shack at 6 o'clock. Trevor Compton's at Mellow Mushroom in Durban Pavilion at 6 o'clock. Benny Jacobs is at Oasis at 6. Shyla Nelson is at Prohibition at 6. Smokin' Joe Showers at Salt Life Food Shack at 6. Ivan Smith is at Casa Divino 57 at 7 o'clock. Eddie Pickett and One Good Ring is at Colonial Oak at 7. Jeremy Price is at La Cocina at the Cellar Upstairs at 7. Denny Blue is at the Blue Parrot at 7. Glory Tributes is at Arnold's at 7. Space Heaters is at Pierre's Pub at 7. David Wilcox is at Cafe 11 at 8. Livestream is at Tradewinds at 9. Alan Dalton is at Milltop Tavern at 9. And Fat Cactus is closing out the night at Prohibition Kitchen at 10 o'clock. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right. Tap into the trends with Troy. We're very nostalgic today. We went back to school with our question of the day. They just don't make them like they used to. Mm-hmm. Toys were just
You're
different.
telling me.
Toys were just different back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They now, I don't know if you've got Maeve. Do you get breakfast cereals much?
Yeah.
And like Cracker Jacks?
She does Lucky Charms.
Yeah. For prizes, if they do a prize.
Yeah.
It's usually
they don't do prizes as much anymore.
Not as much anymore.
Yeah.
But if they do it, it's like a...
you said doo-doo.
I said tutu and doo-doo in a very short span of time. Yes. It's like those little bottles that we got out of the advent calendar. Yeah. It's like little flat, cardboard cutout picture. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, yay. Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
I learned to read on the back of a cereal. Because we didn't have books at my house.
There was interesting things on cereal boxes at one point. There were games and there was like stories. The characters would go on adventures and things, and that would usually tie in with the toy. Kix cereal. Is that still a thing?
Yes.
All right. Kix cereal once offered a toy that has now become internet fodder for speculation.
People
think it's
fodder for
fake.
Speculation.
They think it's fake because it
think
can't
it really didn't
possibly be real.
Yeah.
And so people have had to come out from museums and be like, no, that is actually real. Mm-hmm. We have examples of it. It is known by two names. One is the Lone Ranger atomic bomb ring, and another is the atomic bomb ring that it contained actual radioactive material.
I don't know if it was real.
No, it did. Because
everything's radioactive, though.
Snopes says it's true. All right. Radioactive material isn't that unique. Like granite countertops have radioactive material.
Yeah, I remember those rings.
So these rings, the promotion was real for 15 cents, and the cereal box top from Kix cereal box, you'd have to mail it off. You would receive a ring that contained polonium-210. It's the same radioactive material that was used to kill former Russian intelligence officer Alexander Litvinenko.
Can't believe you even attempted that.
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. But he was the former Russian spy that was just getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and it was like, oh, they planted this radioactive. It's the same stuff that was in this ring that they sold to kids for 15 cents. So, according to Paul Frame, the founder of Oak Ridge Associated University's Museum of Radiation and Radioactivity, the ring did not contain enough polonium-210 to have been harmful, but it did contain it. So, lots of posts have gone viral.
Every friend that I know that had one of those survived.
Because it wasn't enough to be dangerous.
Mr. Plinko or whatever.
So
Plinko.
It went around the internet a lot over the past 6 months that, they were just selling these toxic, deadly rings that contained radioactive material. And while they did contain radioactive material, it's all in the dosage, and it was a safe dose. The Russian intelligence officer, clearly, it was 2006 when he passed away, and he was poisoned with a much larger dose.
Yeah.
So this was...
I remember the rings. I don't remember the radioactivity.
This is before your time, though.
It could be my glowing personality.
This was so Snopes found a newspaper advertisement from 1947.
Oh, that's way before me. But those rings didn't go away, and there was like a superhero.
They have a very long half-life.
Yeah. And there was superheroes. It was all about atomic. And it was all about that. And,
this comes out of the A bomb in Hiroshima. So like there's that time when everyone was all about nuclear and atomic and radioactive everything.
Yeah.
And so Kick sponsored the Lone Ranger show. So that's how the Lone Ranger name got attached to this ring.
Maybe I just saw it on the Lone, because I watched a lot of Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Well, it got associated with the Lone Ranger because Kick sponsored it, and so it was advertised on the Lone Ranger. But there wasn't like a tie-in necessarily with it. So it was just the atomic bomb ring. Yeah. General Mills sponsored, like I said, Lone Ranger, so that's how it got to be associated with it. So the posts are, like I said, incorrect because they weren't actually toxic to the wearer, according to the head of Museum of Radiation and Radioactivity. They actually do have examples of the ring in their collection. The newspaper advertisement that's sold to kids is actually pretty funny. It's actual atoms split to smithereens.
Smithereens. That's a word that needs to be used more.
Right.
I challenge everyone out there to use the word smithereens twice today. Smithereens.
Well, you got the weekend.
Yes. The whole weekend.
It continues to describe that taking the ring into a dark room and letting your eyes adjust, the viewers would be able to, quote, see frenzied flashes of light caused by released energy of atoms splitting like crazy.
Well, Bobby said the glow-in-the-dark watches contain radioactivity material.
They did.
Yeah.
And people didn't know how dangerous that was. And so watch factories had like large die-offs of staff.
We ate paint. It's all good. Why it was better before.
So it is actual science. It was a device that was discovered by accident in 1903 that they used to capture it. So you could actually see flashes of light. I mean, it's not as fantastical as the ad, described.
So when you bring up Lone Ranger, my very first joke I think I told was a Lone Ranger joke.
Okay.
You want to hear my Lone Ranger joke?
I would love to hear your Lone Ranger joke.
All right. So Lone Ranger and Tonto are on this long ride. They get into town. They've been riding for days, and Silver, the Lone Ranger's horse, is just lathered up and stuff like that. Lone Ranger says, "Hey Tonto, do you mind running around and creating a breeze for Silver? He's so hot. We need to cool him down." Tonto says, "Sure, Kimosabi, I'll do that." And about 30 minutes later, this guy comes into the saloon where the Lone Ranger's at, and he goes, "Hey, you the Lone Ranger?" And of course he goes, "Yeah, I'm the Lone Ranger." He goes, "You left your engine running."
That is not PC. That is not
it's
appropriate.
not at all. It's not at all. But in 1973, that was a funny joke.
It killed. Back to our trending. You're a trivia guy.
If you're offended by that joke, you're probably not one of my friends.
So probably not watching this show. You're a trivia guy. Have you heard of a quark?
A quark?
A subatomic particle known as a quark.
Yeah.
And it was discovered by two physicists, one of which was George Zweig, 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 I don't know. He says that his first exposure to nuclear physics was The Ring in a lecture at Brown University 10 years ago. My first exposure to nuclear physics came at the age of 10 in 1947, 2 years after the atomic bomb had been dropped in Hiroshima. One of my favorite after-school radio programs was The Lone Ranger, sponsored by Kix breakfast cereal. Quite unexpectedly, during the commercial break, the announcer asked his little listeners to send away for an atomic bomb ring. After mailing my name, address, 15 cents, and a Kix box top, I received the ring, took it into a dark closet full of winter coats, and waited till my eyes adapted to the dark. Removing the red cap and peering along the long axis of the bomb, I was rewarded with a brilliant punctate flashes of light as one alpha particle after another emitted from tiny piece of radioactive polonium.
He's still here.
Barreled into zinc sulfide screen. Like, that's so wild.
Yeah, it introduced him to chemistry. And,
right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
A little toy.
Yeah.
So all these dumbed down toys are just they're just robbing us of future physicists.
Yeah. Bring back lawn darts.
Bring back lawn darts and radioactive rings.
Yeah.
Now I want to look
into it.
We
were stronger as a society then, and we definitely weren't as sensitive. We actually laughed at jokes.
You could laugh at the Lone Ranger joke.
You laughed at jokes before you said, "Oh, that's not PC." Millennial ass.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, mate. I did not laugh at you. I did not laugh at my dad's joke as well.
I mean,
you probably never even heard the term.
I can't laugh in public about the joke.
Probably never heard the term before.
Yeah, you probably didn't get it.
No.
That Tap Into the Trends is brought to you by St. Augustine Handy Houses. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters.
The good Troy.
The good Troy. Back into the news.
Uh-oh.
With Governor Ron DeSantis.
Okay.
The good one?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Governor Ron DeSantis announces... He grunts. He's like, I don't know about that. Governor Ron DeSantis announces proposal to increase accountability and transparency in congressional stock trading. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced a new legislative proposal today aimed at increasing transparency and curbing congressional insider trading, calling the issue a major threat to public trust. DeSantis said he supports federal legislation sponsored by Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna that would ban members of Congress from trading individual stocks while in office. He urged all members of Florida's congressional delegation to back the effort. At the state level, DeSantis is proposing new election disclosure requirements for candidates running for federal office in Florida. Under the plan, candidates would be required to disclose whether they intend to trade stocks if elected and whether they traded stocks during any prior service in Congress. That information would be made available to voters at the time of candidates qualify for the ballot. The governor said the goal is to give voters clear, upfront transparency before Election Day, even as Congress continues to stall on federal reforms. He criticized what he described as lawmakers profiting from stock trades despite having no prior investment background, calling the situation a national embarrassment. Congresswoman Luna welcomed the governor's support, saying the effort is about accountability and restoring confidence in government. She argues members of Congress should not be allowed to trade stocks while regulating industries or having access to non-public information. Currently, federal law allows members of Congress to trade stocks while in office. In 2025, lawmakers executed more than 13,000 stock trades, totaling more than $635 million, and more than half of U.S. senators currently own stock. While wrongdoing is not always proven, critics say the practice creates the appearance of self-enrichment. You think? Public support for reform is strong, with more than 86% of Americans favoring restrictions or an outright ban on congressional stock trading. Despite bipartisan backing and multiple reform bills filed in Congress, no legislation has advanced to a final vote. Florida officials say the state's proposal builds an existing legal authority to regulate election procedures, and and is intended to pressure Congress into action by giving voters more transparency. The governor says Florida hopes to set a national example and help drive broader reform across the country.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not allowed to trade at all, it's going to be upsetting because I wouldn't know who to cheat off of.
Yeah, that would be very
That'll
hard.
kill the
That would be
Pelosi,
very hard.
Yeah.
So Pelosi is the joke, and you do have a picture of her right there.
JD
But
Vance is actually better.
evidently, Dan Crenshaw has a stellar record.
JD Vance is pretty good too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about him.
No.
I know Dan Crenshaw has a
Yeah. Oh yeah,
rocking
Dan
record.
Crenshaw, the guy.
Yeah, with the eye patch.
Eye patch guy.
Yeah.
I heard his
One last eye, perfect sight for stocks.
His vision in stock buying seems to be very good.
Take the Pelosi method and
Yeah.
expand it
Are you
with
winking
military
Are
precision.
you winking at me, sir?
100% of the time. Yeah, so there is an app to track Pelosi stock trades, but she's
I think
not running
they
for
have like
re-election.
an app for a lot of Congress people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it started with Pelosi, but then like I think Crenshaw has
Yeah.
some. I think there's about 5 or 6 of them out
Yeah.
there that
that have suspiciously good stock trades,
yeah.
given their backgrounds and their histories.
Yeah.
I'm all for individual stock buying being banned for members of Congress, but I mean, Pelosi just traded through her husband. She's had her husband do the trade.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see this. You know, we already have a tough time getting quality people
Yeah.
to run for office. Add more restrictions to that. It's going to dummy down
Yeah.
the entire pool of people that we have representing us. I think this is I think this is another regulation that we don't need.
So do you think
And,
this
no,
is
I think it's
transparency issue?
No, I think it's an overreach into people's private.
I mean, it is, but what do you do with the suspiciously good traders? Vote them out of office, yes, but
As
you get
long
the
as they're
people that
governing properly for us.
you don't
I mean,
care if they're
I don't care if they're
illegally
profiting.
trading
I do
stocks.
not care if somebody else is successful.
okay.
That is not a mindset that is in my brain.
Okay.
I want them to be successful, but I want them to govern properly.
Yeah.
I don't see this as not
What
governing
about-
properly.
All right.
The transparency question. They have to
I would love for them to divulge.
100% of their stock
what
trades
they're
have to be
investing.
made public,
Yeah,
real time
so-
on a website.
See, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't run locally because they have to divulge their finances. I mean, we lose a lot of quality people that would run for mayor, would run for commissioner, would run for county seats. But when you have to divulge your finances, it kills. I mean, a lot of people are like, I'm out. You know, I mean, there's people that have said it and then they're like, oh, I got to do all this, this, and this. Now people don't need to know that. And they're out. And we lose quality people because of that.
All right.
So.
All right, but then also, do you also see like there might be like a little bit of similarities to people that like work on laws in Congress that might know about information about companies rather than let's say a Martha Stewart doing inside trading. Do you see because it's similar?
That's
but,
the question. Like Martha Stewart did time for what I'm certain Nancy Pelosi was doing.
yeah.
Or for a fraction of what Nancy Pelosi and Dan Crenshaw are doing. Like the math just isn't mathing.
Yeah.
And,
But I mean, these people have losses too. I mean, it's still a gamble that they're taking. They have loss. I mean, if you go to these sites and it's easy to attack these senators and because they're in the seat that they're in. We don't know them personally. You know, I don't know. I don't like Nancy Pelosi's policies, but I don't know her as an individual human being. You know, so I mean, it's easy to attack from here, but they have the same right as we do to invest in what they want to invest in.
And that's the tension.
I think that's that's more of the libertarian in me than
That is
we-
the tension.
yeah. So I don't agree with this, even though everyone kind of likes to pick on those politicians, but we put more restrictions on the politicians, we're lowering the quality of the people that we're going to have representing us.
All right. So transparency, you don't think is the answer? I am a sunlight's the best disinfectant, and they won't be able to enrich themselves on non-public information if all their trades are public.
If they're doing insider trading, they should go to jail if they're doing that. If this information is out there for the public that's been brought to their attention, that is different than insider trading.
That's true.
It is different. So there are laws in place, and they have to follow those exact same laws, even though it doesn't feel like it. They have to follow those exact same laws. That's on law enforcement. So I don't like added restrictions by government. No,
that's where he's at.
That's my libertarian at heart. There's very few things that I go, oh yeah, government needs to step in here.
So plus nothing about personal enrichment. So I presume you also don't believe that the people within like Congress should also divest themselves from the business once they go into office, or you think if they own a business, they should at least keep.
If they have government contracts, then they should.
Okay.
But I mean, if it's if I decide I'm going to run for mayor, should I have to give up the 904 now?
We don't have government contracts.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the level where it is. The government contracts makes that difference. And Barbara Jean, you said something about insider information. If it is insider information, that is illegal. And there are laws in place. These aren't the things we're talking about. These are common.
But how do you investigate that when you have like lobbyists going to their office and giving the information about, whatever they're trying to push? And it's like they then hear Congress talking about it, and it's like, okay, well, the regulation's going to go that way, so I know that's going to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. That feels insider to me.
Yeah, and that is illegal, and we have laws
But how
in
do you
place.
prove
We
that?
have laws. That is not up to me. That is up to the state attorney's office to do that. That is not up to the governor. We have laws in place.
I know.
If you are concerned about that, be angry they're not enforcing those laws. But those laws are already in place.
Well, that's the thing. Like, how do you investigate that if, like, we don't know that conversation happened?
So, I mean, if there's clearly you shouldn't have known this information, you know this information, you act on it, just like what happened with Martha Stewart, then they should be prosecuted.
She just wanted to make a salad, though.
Yeah.
She just wanted to make things good. That's all she wanted.
So, I mean, and the corporate stuff should be more transparent, and D.C. should have sunshine laws similar to Florida. I agree with that. And all the other states don't have the same openness. Like, there's a meeting on Monday I can't go to that I would love to just be a fly on the wall, and then I can't even go to it because of the perception of me violating a sunshine law. So because Urban called the meeting. Okay. So I mean that the laws are already in place. We don't need more laws. So
that's what he says.
That's all I got to say about that.
You miss giving out your libertarian views, Dad, because most of the time on Box you just argue with Lenny.
Well, Lenny, yeah.
We love you, Lenny.
Love you, Lenny.
Lenny is that New York Democrat that, just is all about the peace, love, and happiness. So,
no comment.
Yeah.
Work advances on Silver Creek Sports Complex with almost $2.5 million in permits. Construction is officially moving forward on one of St. Johns County's newest regional parks, with nearly $2.5 million in building permits now issued for the Silverleaf Sports Complex. County records show the permits approved Wednesday allow construction of two major buildings that will anchor the Silverleaf Sports Complex. How many times can I say that in this story?
Silverleaf Sports Complex.
The largest permit covers a $1.8 million two-story community building. A 6,200 square foot facility will include restrooms, outdoor seating, and a designated tailgating area to support large sporting events. A second permit totaling $600,000 is for a smaller two-story, 2,900 square foot building. That structure will house concessions, restrooms, and additional support space for the complex. The Silverleaf Sports Complex is planned as a large tournament-ready facility featuring 5 synthetic turf multi-purpose fields, 3 natural grass multi-purpose fields, and designated areas for ticketing, tailgating, and food trucks. The project is being built by Wharton Smith Incorporated of Sanford. County commissioners first announced plans for the Silver Leaf Sports Complex in 2024 as part of a broader $123 investment to build 5 regional parks and community centers across St. Johns County. A groundbreaking ceremony was held in June for both the Silver Leaf Sports Complex and the Shearwater Community Park and Library, another major project included in the regional parks plan. The Shearwater site is expected to include recreational program space, pickleball, and basketball courts, a splash pad, playgrounds, a recreational field, and facilities supporting a county library system and supervisor of elections. According to the county's original timeline, all projects tied to the Regional Parks Initiative are scheduled for completion at the end of 2026. You know how government projects go.
Mm-hmm. So, well, I mean, and this is part of that big initiative that they're doing. So hopefully they can stay on schedule, get it open, and get the kids out there playing. So,
absolutely.
You know, and Silverleaf was part of the DRIs when there were DRIs, developments of regional impact, and they did the first donation of a regional park. So I think this is that kind of that third or fourth component to meet some of those criteria of the land that they gave, and the county finally came up with the money. So good job.
Right on. All right. Melissa says Martha Stewart was convicted of lying to officials, not insider trading.
Yeah, it's perjury, wasn't it? Yeah.
All right, Troy, how do you want to check them
out? On this Friday, I will fuss and fume while floundering, not square flounder, my way through the commentary.
All right. That Fumey Fuss is brought to you by BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right, we got BP at 251. At 256, we have Wawa Racetrack and Speedway. I did not see a Buc-ee's or Costco report. I'm not sure who said it, but the plastic bag milk, we did not have those, but I've heard of those.
Yeah.
We didn't have bag milk when I was growing up. We had the cartons you always open from the wrong side, and then it was terrible. The little wooden ones. It is National Law Enforcement Day, Faith Day, and No Pants Subway Day, which they do in New York.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not participating.
And just so you know, we're not wearing pants under here. So but we're not getting on the subway is the part you were talking about, right?
Everything about this is making me uncomfortable.
All right, and pizza was the one that was your answer was the most common answer.
All right.
Just following the crowd there.
Common and pantsless. Same breath.
Yes. Yes.
Do we have a story to
Bobby's upset. I said floundering. He had a different word in there, which, I did not use. So
we're flummoxed?
Yes. Yes. One of those. All right. On this day, 2007, Steve Jobs debuts the iPhone. It didn't go on sale until June of 2007, but it's when he debuted it, and I think it came in a 4 gig and a 8 gig or something like that. So, am I not saying that right? Yeah. I mean,
look at the big gig on him.
Yeah, nice gigs. But he did this at the Apple convention.
Ooh.
And of course, he was wearing his normal black mock turtleneck.
Uniform, yeah.
So the iPhone and all of our troubles began in 2007.
So it was the end of the world today.
The end of the world, as you
Thanks,
know it.
Steve Jobs. That Stardom Status brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. If you don't want to be hungry for the end of the world,
as you know it,
go get some real Southern barbecue. Head over to Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine. Start off right with crowd favorites like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their mouth-watering St. Louis ribs, or try one of the Pitmasters picks with all the classic sides, including their famous garlic bread. And don't forget to wash it down with their signature sweet tea. Sonny's, local Pitmasters since 1968. All right, do we have plugs, Troy?
all right, we got plugs. Of course, we got Jimmy Jam, which I'm sure you're going to talk about. But We have Troy's 2 cents today at 9:04. So tune into that. My message is the best one this year.
Hey.
It's a high bar.
Yeah.
It's a very high bar. All right, do we have plugs, Blake?
We'll correct that. Aren't you going to be a judge for the Chowder Fest as well? I know you wanted to.
That's on the 18th, so we're going to plug that one really hard next week. The Chowder Fest for CPS is going to take place at the Mission Grounds on January 18th. But thank you for Blake for reminding me of that. I did ask you to remind me of that.
A little hint.
Yeah.
All right, and then my actual plug is so starting January 17th, I'll be at the Daytona National Speedway for the 904 Now at the 24. So if you'd like to help support the 904 Now, or you want to bring your podcast to our studio, you can always contact me at blake904now@gmail.com.
Awesome. We do have Jimmy Jam. There are still tickets available. I hope to see you out there. It's going to be an amazing time. I will not be here on Monday because school is back in session, but you guys have fun. Have a great weekend.
And Bobby asked me to prove I'm not wearing pants. So.
Oh, no.